Hello and welcome, Dr. Andy Rosenfarb here. Today I want to talk to you about a very important subject that comes to your eyes. We're going to talk about blood flow, okay? Blood flow, circulation, not only to your eyes, but to the whole visual system, which includes your brain, your optic nerve, and your retina, the entire visual system. So, you know that blood flow is really crucial for maintaining health and function of various organs throughout the body, including the eyes and the brain. So for individuals with eye diseases and, of course, brain issues, proper blood flow becomes very, very important, and even more important due to the specific role that it plays in preserving visual health and preventing further damage and accelerated vision loss. So here's why here's a couple of things I want to get into. We got about 10 things that I want to explain to you guys in terms of why blood flow to the eyes is so essential, especially if you have or have been diagnosed with an eye disease, or even if it's a genetic disposition, say it's in your family, maybe glaucoma is in your family, macular degeneration is in the family, diabetes, so autoimmune conditions, so maybe there's retinal detachments or hemorrhages, or you tend to bleed easily. So if there's any family history of ocular diseases, neurological or neurovascular diseases, this information is going to be pretty important for you. So listen up. So the first thing I want to talk about is nutrient supply. All right. So the blood carries oxygen and essential nutrients that the eyes need to function properly, and that's their fuel source and their repair source. So the retina, which is responsible for transmitting visual information to the brain, is highly metabolically active and requires a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients. So impaired blood flow or circulation can lead to retinal damage, retinal changes for the worse, and accelerate progressive vision loss. So the nutrient supply is very, very important. That's the first thing. The second thing we want to talk about is waste removal, right? Circulation is really important for waste removal. Proper blood flow helps remove metabolic waste products and toxins that build up in the eye tissue, such as drusen, fluids, metabolic wastes, and carbon dioxide as well. So when waste products accumulate, they can contribute to inflammation, oxidative stress, which are particularly problematic and damaging for especially people with existing eye conditions. So there's already this predisposing factors and stress around the eyes. So we really want to make sure that there's appropriate waste removal. In order to do that, we need to make sure the lymphatic system is open, and also there is good blood flow to and from the eyes. The third factor is oxygenation. Okay, we know that part of what the blood does is carries oxygen to all the cells of the body. Adequate oxygen supply is crucial for the survival of our retinal cells, which also includes the macular cells, the rods and the cones. Okay, those are our photoreceptors. Without sufficient oxygen, retinal cells may become stressed out and or damaged, and even go dormant, right? They can't breathe. They pretty much suffocate. And what happens when our cells or our bodies or our organs suffocate? No air, right? We can go for a while without food. We can go a while without water. Can't go too long without oxygen. Our cells are very, very dependent on oxygen. So hypoxia, which is lack of oxygen, occurs. We're going to have cell death as a result of that. And if we have reduced oxygenation, it can accelerate the progressive vision loss, and even or have some acute issues, right? So acute obstruction, like different like eye strokes or occlusions that can cause these things. Just can be really detrimental in terms of impairing or reducing or obstructing the oxygen flow to the retina. So that's number 3. Number 4 is good blood flow is really, really important to prevent ischemia. All right, reduced blood flow, which is ischemia, can lead to tissue damage and cell death, also cell dormancy. In the eyes, ischemia can result from conditions like retinal ischemia, which can cause vision loss and other complications. Generally call that an eye stroke. So basically what happens is the blood vessels, we build up plaque or blood clots that can be obstructive. Basically clog the pipes, and the result of that is we're not going to have food or oxygen delivered to the photoreceptors or the optic nerve or the brain, the visual area of the brain. So these ischemias can result in partial or total vision loss of one and or both of the eyes. So really, really important in terms of preventing ischemia. That's number 4. Number 5 is macular health. Okay, remember the macula is the small area in the center of the retina that's responsible for central vision. Central vision also is our acute vision, our ability to read, facial recognitions. It's our HD vision where we see really fine print and very specific visual acuity. So that's how we read. That's how we see a lot of details. Okay, so maintaining proper blood flow to the macula is essential for clear, detailed vision. Conditions like macular degeneration, either wet or dry type, or Stargardt's, or anything that affects the central vision, specifically the macula and the fovea, can be exacerbated by poor blood flow to the macula. So really, really important for macular health. Number 6 is glaucoma management. Okay, we know glaucoma is a condition characterized by the increase in ocular pressure, which can compromise blood flow to the optic nerve. Right, so glaucoma is a progressive breakdown of the optic nerve, which leads to vision loss. Things like peripheral vision, night vision. We could have a host of visual disturbances and even patchy vision or blurry vision we can get from glaucoma. So poor blood flow to the optic nerve can lead to nerve damage and permanent vision loss, making blood circulation crucial for managing glaucoma. And again, guys, so we've talked a lot about glaucoma, and conventional medicine really just focuses on the eye pressure. Our strategy is to focus on the optic nerve, the health, function, integrity of the optic nerve, to make sure that it's healthy, it's functional, and it's relaying the nerve impulses from the retina to the brain. So very, very important to have good blood flow in terms of its preservation of the optic nerve as it's related to glaucoma, also optic nerve atrophy, optic neuritis, pretty much any optic nerve issue. So that's number 6. Number 7 is diabetic eye diseases, specifically diabetic retinopathy. So diabetics have problems often with their vision, and diabetes can affect blood vessels throughout the body, as we know, including those in the eyes. Diabetic retinopathy is a complication of diabetes associated with compromised blood flow to the retina, which can result in vision impairment and blindness. So a lot of times what happens to diabetics as well, they start to get sometimes patchy vision, night vision can be affected, peripheral vision where you could get swelling, you could get bleeds, you could get edema and fluids, leakage out of there. So again, diabetic retinopathy is really a big deal, and it really responds very well to stable blood sugar and stable oxygen supply to the retina. It's these fluctuations and these ups and downs of insulin and blood sugar and oxygen and oxidative stress that really start to redline the cells in the optic nerve and the retinal cells, and you can get diabetic retinopathy. So again, blood flow is really, really important to help manage diabetic eye conditions like diabetic retinopathy. So that's number 7. Number 8 is inflammation reduction. Okay, inflammation reduction. I'm also going to couple this with number 9, inflammation and oxidative stress reduction. So both of these are going to kind of be in the same category over here. So proper blood flow can help regulate inflammation to the eyes. It can also help deliver antioxidants to the eyes. Again, things like glutathione, things like hydrogen, molecular hydrogen gas, carotenoid antioxidants, all the antioxidants and nutrients to the eyes, these carotenoid antioxidants that protect, and also the anti-inflammatories are delivered to the eyes via the vascular system, the blood vessels. So healthy blood flow to the eyes is not only going to help with managing oxidative stress, but it's also going to help the inflammatory processes that can be exacerbated in these eye conditions. And if we maintain healthy blood flow, we will help manage the inflammatory processes as well. So again, blood flow, really, really important. Inflammation increases with carbon dioxide accumulation and hypoxia. That creates more stress on the cells, the photoreceptors and the optic nerve cells, which leads to progressive and accelerated vision loss. So that's number 8 and /9. Number 10, and really important here, is the healing and repair and recovery of vision. Blood flow is really, really important. Why? Because the building blocks, the amino acids, the fats, the lipids that help the nerve cells repair and regenerate need to be delivered to the eye via the blood system, the circulatory system. So for individuals undergoing eye surgeries or treatments, good blood flow is important for proper healing and repair of the eye tissues. That's not only for eye surgeries, that's also for injuries, including just traumatic injury, retinal detachments, eye stroke, retinal bleeds associated with, again, diabetics or wet tight macular degeneration. Any trauma or injury or progressive vision loss condition needs constant blood flow to repair. That's how stem cells also get to the eyes. Really, really important. And nerve growth factors. So we need all of this to get to the eyes to help all these, the blood carries all of these nutrients to the eyes and all of these important cofactors as well that help repair and healing of the eye. So in summary, blood flow to the eyes is really vital for delivering oxygen, nutrients, and removing waste products from the eye. For individuals with eye diseases, maintaining optimal blood circulation can play a critical role in preserving vision, managing disease progression, and preventing further complications and further eye disease, which means basically a lot of times if it goes unmanaged, you can develop multiple types of vision loss. For example, I have patients who have cataracts, diabetes, glaucoma, and macular degeneration. So that is a result of the ongoing lack of blood flow to the eye, lack of oxygen, lack of vital nutrients, lack of cellular detoxification, which results in inflammation, cell stress, mitochondrial dysfunction, and of course, increase of reactive oxygen species, which leads to oxidative stress. So regular eye exams, of course, are really important. Taking care of your eyes, doing everything we recommend with nutrition, supplements, things like ACS at home, all to monitor and manage changes in blood flow. We want to reduce we want to keep, the changes positive and make sure we have good blood flow. And we're also, helping to manage any conditions here by keeping the blood flow going. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is how do we keep good blood flow? Glad you asked. So let's dive into the second part. So of course, things like acupuncture, the eye qigong exercises, acupressure, all the therapies and the home care strategies that we recommend. Of course, the ACS 3000, the microcurrent unit we use, all is going to be very, very useful in terms of manual therapies. Again, acupuncture, massage, acupressure, ACS 3000, alternating current stimulation, and eye qigong, eye yoga, all going to be very, very useful for you guys to help keep the blood flow. That's why I recommend that. In terms of supplement, there are 10 main supplements that I want to go through real quick that are going to help you guys to keep blood flow going to your eyes and help with the circulation. They're also going to manage some of these other factors like inflammation and oxidative stress. So I'll let you guys know which ones they are. I'm not going to get into doses right now because that's kind of another big conversation, just to keep this information kind of tight. If you have any specific questions about doses, either post down in the comments or email me. So the first thing I want to talk about in terms of supplements that really help with circulation and blood flow to the eye and brain is omega-3 fatty acids. Now, omega-3 fatty acids are commonly found in fish. Oil supplements have been associated with improved cardiovascular health overall and blood flow. They also can help very much with the blood vessels to benefit both the eyes and brain. So we also know that nerve cells, photoreceptors, and optic nerve cells are regenerated from fat, right? They run on glucose and blood sugar. They also need antioxidants. They also need micronutrients and vital nutrients to help them function, but the fats are what help them regenerate. Really, really important, and provide some level of protection. They're also very important for our tears and prevention from things like dry eye. So very, very important for both brain and eye health. Usually I recommend 4,000 to 6,000 milligrams a day of omega-3 fatty acids. And again, you can go things like fish oil, cod liver oil, or you can go plant-based. The second nutrient I want to talk about is ginkgo biloba. All right, ginkgo biloba is a Western herb. It's an herbal supplement that's sometimes used to enhance circulation to the brain and to the eyes. It's thought to increase blood flow through the brain that may have a positive effect on cognitive function. For sure, we know it helps dilate the microcapillaries in the choroid and around the eyes as well. So ginkgo is very, very important, and it's in a lot of our formulas. We use ginkgo. So another one is L-arginine. L-arginine is an amino acid that can increase nitric oxide production. Remember, nitric oxide is a mild oxidant. But it's very important. It can help relax the blood vessels and improve blood flow. Also, red beets can do this as well. It's often used to support cardiovascular health issues that may directly benefit blood flow to the eyes and brain. Again, cases like eye stroke, macular degeneration, glaucoma, anything age-related is really going to benefit from L-arginine and red beets. Now, the one thing I want to mention about L-arginine is that if you tend to get cold sores, L-arginine is a mild oxidant and can facilitate outbreaks of cold sores for some people. So if you tend to get those, you may want to ditch the arginine and go to red beets. But just that's a tip for you. There has been some research on this, so I just wanted to mention that. Vitamin C, number 3. Vitamin C is a really powerful antioxidant that supports overall cardiovascular health. Again, really important, especially for cases like macular degeneration. Maintains the health and integrity of the blood vessels, which in turn can contribute to the healthy blood flow, right? Basically, vitamin C is really, really important for helping keep the patency and the flexibility and the health of the of blood vessels. So really, really important. Vitamin C is also most highly concentrated in the lens of the eye, so also really important for cataract prevention. Vitamin C is really important. The best recommended vitamin C is liposomal vitamin C. Just taking regular vitamin C, kind of hard on the stomach, doesn't get to the liver, which then it needs to be delivered into the circulatory system. So if there's too much in the gut, you're basically going to get loose stool or diarrhea from it. So that's why I like liposomal vitamin C. And you also need a fraction of the dose that you need. So maybe 1 or 2 of the gel packs of liposomal vitamin C is much better. So the 5th supplement I want to discuss is vitamin E. There is some controversy with retinitis pigmentosa, Ushers, and Stargardts with vitamin E. The deal on that is the research shows that anything 400 IU milligrams or less is fine. You have no problems with that. I'm either fine with a little bit higher dosage. I know people freak out about that. There was kind of a questionable study years ago done on vitamin E, and it may be harmful for people with RP, and we certainly don't want to cause harm, but I am not 100% in agreement with that study, because vitamin E is a very, very powerful antioxidant and really helps with circulation. So vitamin E, again, is another antioxidant, can help protect the blood vessels and improve blood circulation. It has a very, very positive effect on brain health and is a very, very, very potent antioxidant. Also helps with gut health. Really, really important for that. Inflammation and oxidative stress. Things like headaches, irritable bowel syndrome respond really well to vitamin E. Number 6, the next thing I want to talk about is CoQ10. All right, CoQ10 is very, very important for the cardiovascular system. Again, our vascular conditions, our diabetes, macular degeneration, eye strokes. CoQ10 is involved in energy production within the cells, really working with the mitochondrial function and can help improve circulation. It's often used as a supplement for heart health, but again, I've talked numerous times about the relationship between conditions like macular degeneration, specifically in cardiovascular disease. So especially if you have macular degeneration, CoQ10 is highly, highly recommended. It can directly support blood flow both to the eyes and brain. Next, B vitamins, B complex, which we have a ton of in our Total Vision MA48 formula. So, which most of these, our Total Vision MA48 have pretty much all of the supplements I'm recommending, and those that don't, that's what we supplement with other supplements. So back to B vitamins. B vitamins such as B6, B9, folate, B12 play a role in maintaining cardiovascular health and supporting proper blood flow. They're essential for overall cellular function and energy production, which includes obviously the eyes of the cell and the brain. So very, very important for energy production, nerve health, right? Anytime there's a nervous system issue in the body, B vitamins are like our go-to for that. So really, really important to have a good quality B vitamin. I'm not going to get into this right now, but the only issue is if you have the MTHFR gene, you want to be careful with folic acid and sometimes B12. And to that as well, some people have react to B12. They can get jittery and stuff like that. So just kind of be aware of that. So moving on to number 8, lutein and zeaxanthin. All right. I would also throw astaxanthin, mesozeaxanthin. These are carotenoid antioxidants. All right. Vitamin A, lutein, zeaxanthin, mesozeaxanthin, astaxanthin, this whole group of carotenoid antioxidants. They are found in high concentrations in the retina of the eye, right? We have a lot of carotenoid antioxidants in the eye. Why? Again, you've listened to me a million times talk about this. The carotenoid antioxidants specifically protect against UV radiation and blue light, right? Where does blue light come from? These are cell phones. So you guys are watching right now. So in addition to lutein and zeaxanthin to protect our eyes from UV radiation and blue light, we also want to use glasses and program our screens to blue light settings to reduce the amount of blue light that's coming off screens. Look, we're going to use screens. That's just part of our culture and what we're doing these days with our technology, but our biology has not caught up to technology. So the way we have to protect our eyes from all this sudden blue light over the last decade that we've been exposed to is to take carotenoid antioxidants and to also use blue light protection for our eyes. They support the eye health and can help protect against condition like specifically macular degeneration. So the carotenoid antioxidants are healthy and useful for all conditions, specifically for cone-related conditions and macular conditions, macular degeneration, macular holes, macular dystrophies, Stargardt's, anything, geographic atrophy, pattern dystrophy, stuff like that. So that's that. Curcumin. Now I'm going to go, my next is anti-inflammatories, okay? So these are the anti-inflammatories that really work with circulation. So curcumin and CBD. I'm going to kind of, turmeric, curcumin, CBD, I'm going to kind of lump these all together. Of course, our product is Canavision CBD. That is the best thing for circulation and inflammation. But talking about curcumin as well and turmeric, it's an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant as well. And research suggests that it has a very, very positive effect on the blood vessels and health for overall circulation. So if we know there's an inflammatory compartment, which there often is, we may want to consider adding curcumin, CBD, turmeric to help manage the inflammatory processes. The last supplement I want to talk about for you guys specifically for circulation is resveratrol. All right, resveratrol we know comes from red grapes. It is a nutrient that's extracted. It's also found in red wine and certain foods. It's known for its antioxidant and pro-circulatory properties and its potential benefits for cardiovascular health, which can impact blood flow to various organs, including the brain and the eyes. So it's also known that resveratrol can help break down fat. So we believe that it can help with, at least help manage drusen accumulation, the cholesterol that builds up in your eyes, in also validiform, in dry and wet macular degeneration, also Stargardt's. So really, really important for those. So that's the list of supplements that I want to talk to you. Those are the main supplements that are really going to help you guys with your blood flow. The majority of those, again, are found in our Total Vision MA48. We have, of course, our Lipovision DHA, which is where we can get omega-3 fatty acids. Look, guys, if you can't handle the fish oils, which some people can't, you can go get a vegetable source of omega-3 fatty acids. We can supplement with some of these other things like Canavision, turmeric, CBD, stuff like that, if there's more inflammation going on. Of course, we always recommend the H2 tabs, which again are not indirectly going to help with circulation, because when the inflammation oxidative stress is down, that will put tremendous stress on the vascular system. That's going to eventually cause buildup of waste products and congestion, going to kind of screw up the blood flow. So that is my talk today on circulation and blood flow to the eyes. Very, very important conversation. So if you have any questions about that, you want to reach out to me more. Again, it's a combination of using nutritional supplements and using manual therapies like acupuncture, ACS, eye exercises, the eye qigong, stuff like that. So reach out to us if you have any other questions. I hope this information was useful to you for you, to you, and for you. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.